Hey everyone, Luke Galpin from Red Carpet here. Today I'm talking to Anthony Gooley, who will be appearing in the Glass Menagerie starting next month. Anthony, what other shows might we know you from?
Oh, good. That's a tough one. So when I first graduated from NIDA in 2007, I did a production of Death of a Salesman. I was with the Ensemble Theatre in Sydney, and I was lucky to work with some people now like Jackie Weaver and Sean Taylor, so that was a big treat. I've done a lot of independent theatre since then, but last year I did a show in Sydney, production of The Libertine, Stephen Jeffries' The Libertine, which was a very successful show, and went on to win some Sydney Theatre Awards. So they're probably the ones you might have seen me in. Otherwise, I've been kind of lurking around in a lot of co-ops, and bad TV commercials. So you might not. If you don't recognise me, I won't be offended.
All right, and you began rehearsals at the beginning of the month?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
How have they been going?
Really good. It's a really lovely. It's my first time in Adelaide, and it's a really lovely, positive company to come and be a part of. Everyone seems to really love their job, and everyone's very welcoming. Everyone in rehearsal is lovely. It's a beautiful. I think everyone feels very privileged to be, working on a play like this. It's beautiful writing, and it's not that often that you get to do something like this. And myself and Deirdre have come from interstate, and we've been made to feel very welcome. And it's just a really positive, relaxed feeling in the rehearsal room.
And I believe you're working with a couple of local Adelaide actors, Nick English and Kate Chill. How's your experience working with them been?
They're great. I mean, they've worked with State before, so they sort of, know their way around and definitely know what they're doing and have a good rapport with Adam already. And it's always, I had to do a questionnaire recently which asked me, what's it like? Are there any, what are the pros and cons to come and working in a new place? But I can't really see any cons. Like, I think it's the best thing you can do is to constantly be working with new people and new artists and people who have different ways of working, because it's constantly going to, enrich you and the way you work, I think.
Yeah. And I spoke to Kate Chill a few weeks ago, and she said your director, Adam Cook, has a wealth of knowledge and a real passion for the material. Would you agree with that?
He's an incredibly well-read man. He's got a ridiculous fountain of knowledge, and just continually kind of provokes good, interesting discussion on the rehearsal room floor. He's a lovely, lovely man, very encouraging. And I think that's how you want to feel in a rehearsal room. You want to feel safe, and you want to feel like you're in good hands. And we certainly all feel like we're in a good, comfortable place to explore this play as much as we can.
Were you familiar with the Glass Menagerie and the works of Tennessee Williams beforehand?
Pretty well. I didn't know it as well as I knew some of Tennessee Williams' other plays, but I had a pretty good idea of it. And then when I heard that there was potential that I could be coming down here, I read it again, and I said, oh, I really want to get this. This is beautiful. It's just, when you get to do a play like this, writing like this it's rare to come across, writing like this. So I was very excited to be doing it.
Cool. So what attracted you to the story of the Glass Menagerie?
Well, I think there's a reason we're still doing this play in 2012, is because its themes are still so pertinent, and you see a lot of theatre these days which, people are always trying to sort of reinvent the wheel and, set something in a glass box with feces dripping down there, and it's just, I don't know, it's really not for me personally. I think as long as people are interested in stories about people and without sounding like too much of a tosser, matters of the human heart, then the plays like this will always be appealing. And a key theme in the play is about the role that our memory plays in shaping our perception of events, and I think that's a fantastic idea, and one that will always be relevant, and because people do that every day, I think.
And I believe your character Tom, he's sort of a half character, half narrator in the story. How do you approach a role like that?
I'm still working it out. Yeah, he's great. It's a real privilege to get to do it. But yeah, just working out that balance between when he sort of has this ability to step in and out of the story as it goes, and just working out how to make that shift, and make it read to the audience about what's actually going on, because there's obviously he's a different guy, but in his role, between his role as narrator and his role in the story. So I'm still working it out, to be honest. But yeah, it should be interesting. We'll see.
And finally, how would you encourage people, especially young people around Adelaide, to go and see the Glass Menagerie when it opens next month?
Well, at the risk of repeating myself, just a chance to see a true classic. It's not that often we get to see them, and to see idea, like, you know, the thing that makes Tennessee Williams so appealing is the sort of beautiful romantic lyricism in his writing, and to see these, you know, ideas that I think we've all kind of thought before, but to see them expressed in such a, you know, a beautiful poetic way, I think it's very moving and a real, quite exhilarating to see those ideas, you know, that you've always had in your own head to sort of express so well. And yeah, I think young people, you know, because it's a play about, you know, two young people trying to find their way in the world, and I think it will be, you know, I think young people will appreciate that and respond to it, you know, a great deal.
And I believe there's a red carpet event on the 11th of May that you'll be there with a few of your co-stars?
Yes, red carpet party on Friday the 11th of May. Buy your tickets through Bass. It's $39 for Fringe Benefit members and $45 for everyone else. Grab your ticket, that's inclusive of the show and the party afterwards. It's a 1930s theme in the Bistro. Come along, have a drink, have a dance. Maybe we'll talk about the play, maybe we won't. But I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. So come along.
Thanks a lot for talking to us, Anthony. That was Anthony Gooley, who will be appearing as Tom Wingfield in the Glass Menagerie from May 4th to 26th at the Dunstan Playhouse. You can get your tickets now.